Kimchi, a staple of Korean cuisine, has captured the hearts of people worldwide. Its unique mix of spicy, tangy, and umami flavors is unmistakable. But have you ever wondered how it's made on such a massive scale? Let's step inside a factory where tradition meets cutting-edge technology, crafting millions of jars of this beloved dish every year. Chapter 1. The Rich Heritage of Kimchi. Before we explore the factory, let's understand kimchi's fascinating history and cultural significance. Kimchi originated over 1,000 years ago as a means of preserving vegetables during Korea's long winters. Early versions were simple, relying on salt to extend the shelf life of vegetables like radishes. It wasn't until the 16th century, with the introduction of chili peppers, that kimchi took on its signature fiery flavor. Over time, kimchi became central to Korean cuisine. Families would come together during Kimjang, an annual communal event, to prepare large batches for the winter. This tradition reflects kimchi's role not just as food, but as a cultural bond passed down through generations. Today, kimchi is celebrated globally. It is known for its health benefits, such as promoting gut health through its probiotic properties. Despite its expansion into international markets, kimchi remains deeply rooted in Korean identity, with UNESCO recognizing Kimjang as an intangible cultural heritage. The journey of modern factory-made kimchi is a tribute to this rich history, combining time-honored methods with modern innovation. Let's dive deeper into how this is achieved. Chapter 2. The raw materials. Freshness is key. Kimchi's bold flavors start with fresh, high-quality ingredients. How do factories source and prepare these on a massive scale? The star ingredient of kimchi is napa cabbage, which must be crisp, tender, and free from blemishes. These cabbages are harvested from local farms at peak ripeness and transported immediately to factories to preserve their freshness. Factories often form partnerships with farmers to ensure a steady supply of premium produce. Other essential ingredients include radishes, garlic, ginger, and Korean chili peppers. Each of these plays a vital role in the flavor profile of kimchi. Garlic adds pungency, ginger offers warmth, and chili peppers provide the characteristic heat. Before any processing begins, the vegetables undergo rigorous inspection. Automated sorting machines and human workers carefully check for imperfections. This attention to detail ensures that only the best produce is used. Factories also ensure sustainability during this stage. Vegetable trimmings are composted or repurposed, reducing waste. By the time the ingredients enter the production line, they are cleaned and primed for transformation into kimchi. Chapter 3. Cleaning and preparing the vegetables. Before the magic of fermentation can begin, the ingredients must be cleaned and prepped with precision. The first step in the factory is thorough cleaning. Conveyor belts carry cabbages through high-pressure water jets, which wash away dirt and contaminants. This process may be repeated several times to ensure absolute cleanliness. After washing, the cabbages are trimmed. Outer leaves that are damaged or too tough are removed. Machines then cut the cabbages into halves or quarters, depending on the intended style of kimchi. This step ensures uniformity, making the later salting and seasoning processes more efficient. The trimmed cabbages are placed into large containers, where salt is applied evenly. Salting is a crucial step as it softens the cabbage while drawing out moisture, creating the ideal texture for fermentation. Factories use rotating tumblers or automated sprayers to replicate traditional hand salting techniques. The salted cabbages are left to rest for several hours, during which time they begin to absorb the salt deeply. This stage is meticulously monitored to avoid oversalting, which can ruin the final product. Chapter 4. The perfect spice mix, creating flavor masterpieces. Kimchi's unforgettable taste comes from its bold spice mix. How do factories achieve this consistency on such a massive scale? The spice mix is the heart of kimchi, blending chili powder, garlic, ginger, and fermented seafood for a complex, umami-rich flavor. Factories use industrial mixers to combine these ingredients in large batches, ensuring even distribution and consistency. Every batch is carefully tasted and tested by quality control teams. Adjustments are made to maintain the flavor profile, especially when producing different varieties of kimchi. Vegan or halal options, for instance, substitute fermented shrimp or anchovy sauce with plant-based alternatives. The chili powder is particularly important, as its color and heat intensity vary, depending on the pepper variety. Factories work with suppliers to ensure their chili powder meets strict standards. Once the spice mix is ready, it is stored in large vats and transported to the assembly line, where it will soon coat the salted cabbage. Chapter 5. Coating the cabbage. Precision on the line. How do factories ensure every leaf of cabbage is coated with just the right amount of seasoning? The salted cabbage is transported via conveyor belts to machines that apply the spice mix. These machines use rotating paddles to mimic the traditional hand-coating method, ensuring every leaf is evenly seasoned. For premium or small-batch kimchi, skilled workers manually coat each cabbage. This approach adds a personal touch, often reserved for high-end markets or specialty products. The coated cabbages are then carefully packed into jars or fermentation bags. Machines seal the containers to maintain freshness and prepare them for fermentation. Each batch is weighed and checked for uniformity before moving on. By the end of this stage, the cabbage is no longer just a vegetable. It has transformed into kimchi, ready to develop its signature tang through fermentation. Chapter 6. Fermentation. The science behind the flavor. What gives kimchi its tangy, complex taste? The secret lies in the fermentation process. Once packed, the kimchi is placed in fermentation tanks or temperature-controlled rooms. These settings replicate traditional storage methods, providing the cool, stable environment needed for lactic acid bacteria to thrive. Fermentation time varies depending on the type of kimchi. Factories producing fresh kimchi may ferment for just a few days, while aged kimchi can sit for weeks or even months. During this time, natural bacteria break down sugars, creating the characteristic tang and depth of flavor. Advanced sensors monitor temperature, acidity, and other variables to ensure consistency across batches. This high-tech approach allows factories to scale up production without compromising on quality. The result is a perfectly fermented product that balances freshness with complexity, ready for packaging and distribution. Chapter 7. Packaging. From factory to shelf. How does kimchi go from a tank of fermentation to the perfectly sealed jars you see on store shelves? Once the fermentation process is complete, the kimchi is transferred to the packaging stage. High-speed machines portion the kimchi into jars, vacuum-sealed bags, or tubs, depending on the product's destination. These containers are designed to preserve the kimchi's freshness while also making it visually appealing for consumers. Every package is precisely measured to ensure consistent weight. Advanced conveyor systems guide containers through sealing units that lock in the flavors. The vacuum sealing process is crucial, as it extends shelf life by limiting exposure to air, which could accelerate spoilage. Labels are applied automatically, detailing nutritional information, ingredients, and expiration dates. Factories must adhere to strict regulations for food safety and consumer transparency. In global markets, labels often include translations and dietary certifications, such as vegan or halal, to cater to diverse customer needs. Before being sent for distribution, each batch undergoes a final quality check. Cameras and sensors scan for issues like misaligned labels or improper seals, ensuring that only flawless products leave the factory. By the time the kimchi is packaged, it is ready to delight customers worldwide, whether on supermarket shelves or in specialized food stores. Chapter 8. Global Distribution. Meeting worldwide demand. How does kimchi make its way to homes across the globe, maintaining its freshness and flavor along the journey? With kimchi's global popularity growing, factories have developed sophisticated logistics systems to meet international demand. Once packaged, the products are packed into temperature-controlled shipping containers to ensure freshness during transit. For domestic markets, trucks transport the kimchi directly to distributors and retailers. For international markets, the containers are shipped by air or sea, with refrigeration units maintaining optimal temperatures. This process ensures that the fermentation does not continue excessively, which could alter the flavor. Customs and import regulations vary from country to country. Factories prepare for this by meeting international food safety standards, securing certifications, and complying with labeling laws. For example, European markets may require allergen labeling, while North American consumers often prefer milder varieties. The rise of e-commerce has added another layer of complexity. Many factories now fulfill direct online orders, delivering fresh kimchi to customers' doorsteps. This shift has opened up new opportunities for small-scale producers to reach global audiences. Through this intricate distribution network, kimchi is able to maintain its authenticity and quality no matter where it is enjoyed. Chapter 9. Sustainability. Green innovations in kimchi production. In a world focused on sustainability, how are kimchi factories reducing their environmental footprint? Modern kimchi factories prioritize eco-friendly practices, recognizing the environmental impact of large-scale production. One of the most significant efforts involves waste reduction. Vegetable scraps, like cabbage trimmings, are repurposed as compost or biofuel, minimizing landfill contributions. Factories also invest in renewable energy sources, such as solar panels or wind turbines, to power their operations. Water recycling systems are common, allowing facilities to clean vegetables without excessive water wastage. Packaging is another area of innovation. Many factories are transitioning to biodegradable or recyclable materials, addressing concerns about plastic waste. For instance, some use paper-based vacuum pouches or jars made from recycled glass. Beyond production, factories contribute to local farming sustainability. By establishing long-term partnerships with environmentally conscious farmers, they ensure that the ingredients used are grown with minimal pesticide and water use. Through these initiatives, kimchi factories demonstrate that it's possible to scale up production while caring for the planet, setting an example for other food industries to follow. Chapter 10. The Future of Kimchi. Innovation meets tradition. What lies ahead for kimchi in a world of ever-changing tastes and technology? Kimchi's future is one of endless possibilities. Factories are exploring cutting-edge fermentation techniques to enhance flavor and nutrition. For example, controlled environments with precise microbial monitoring could lead to new kimchi varieties with unique health benefits. Global fusion dishes are also expanding kimchi's appeal. From kimchi tacos to burgers, chefs worldwide are incorporating it into their recipes, driving demand for customized factory-made products. Factories are responding by experimenting with new flavors, such as sweeter profiles for younger audiences or spicier blends for adventurous eaters. On the technological front, advancements in artificial intelligence are being used to optimize production lines, improve quality control, and even predict consumer preferences. These tools help factories stay ahead in a competitive market. Meanwhile, sustainability remains a top priority. Efforts to make fermentation tanks more energy efficient and packaging even greener are shaping the future of kimchi production. Through these innovations, the world of kimchi continues to evolve, proving that even a centuries-old tradition can adapt and thrive in the modern age. From humble cabbages to globally beloved jars of spicy goodness, the journey of kimchi is a remarkable story of tradition meeting technology. Each step, from sourcing fresh ingredients to the final fermentation, reflects a deep respect for heritage while embracing the innovations of today. So the next time you open a jar of kimchi, take a moment to appreciate the incredible process that brought it to your table. Whether you love it as a side dish, a topping, or part of a creative recipe, kimchi is more than just food. It's a connection to history and a taste of the future. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite way to enjoy kimchi? See you in the next factory adventure.